I think people are excited about the potential that lies ahead. You know, we're about 10 years into this Marcellus play, and when you look at a lot of the other plays in the nation, after 5-6 years they start to fizzle out and they go to the next play. Well, the Marcellus and the Utica have so much potential that they're going to be here a long time. There's going to be a focus here for a long time, and I think the operators in the basin realize that and understand it, and I think we as an industry have learned how to operate successfully and profitably in the current price environment. We're not dependent on gas price like we were several years ago. So I think that the future of the Marcellus and Utica, in that as we move into stacked pays and we find ways to be more economical, more productive, and drill better wells, the future of the Utica and Marcellus is really exciting.
I think overall, for the tri-state region, things are really starting to pick up. We're seeing more and more rigs being committed to developing the resource. A number of the pipeline projects are moving forward, and those things all are very indicative of, I think, a positive energy in the industry right now, not only for Western Pennsylvania or Pennsylvania in general, but for the tri-state area. Eastern Ohio as well as northern West Virginia are all seeing the positive signs associated with the industry. It's a movement with the expectation that there's going to be the ability to move the resource to the user points.
The market's the Gulf. I mean, the Marcellus gas has to get down to the Gulf. Yes, there are lines that carry Rover, Nexus, and certainly within the Northeast market itself. But the bulk of it, the majority, the growth profile has to go to the Gulf. Certainly now, but also as you think about the future. A lot of the future growth that the Marcellus wants to achieve, some of the objectives that producers have up there and would like to achieve, it has to go to the Gulf.
Well, I think everybody in the basin is still very optimistic. I think we all realize that there is no other place in the country that can produce the type of natural gas wells that we produce here. So we're still the most economic basin when it comes to natural gas. There is a little bit of pessimism or negativity in that the overall natural gas environment is not good. Most investors want to be in oil, and this really isn't an oil basin, this is a natural gas basin. So I think you have a little bit of negativity around the lack of oil opportunities here, but overall, most of us came here for natural gas. We're going to believe in that storyline, and we just adjust to match what the current gas prices are.
We've had a lot of activity. There's been an increase from last year as well. We've met some really interesting people that seem to be real excited about the state of the industry and where it's going and the expansion and growth that we're having right now.
We're seeing an uptake in the oil price. Natural gas just got over $3 the other day. So overall, everyone's excited for the growth and just getting lean, mean, efficient, and moving forward. Yeah, so it's been a really positive show this year.
From a standpoint of Doug East and the ability to sit down to converse with a lot of the other players in the industry, to share ideas. There's so much out in the digital world with respect to social media and articles, and so there's a lot coming at people. But I don't know that it ever replaces the value of just talking to someone face to face and having a conversation or having a dialogue back and forth about how things evolve. You just can't escape the value of that from a standpoint of thinking and being creative about new ideas.
You have to have things like Doug East. If you don't, we all just sit in our offices and we get very myopic and just focus on our own company, our own daily jobs. And so it takes things like this to get us out of the office, get us interacting and networking, and this is probably the best forum to do it.
To stay up to date on the most recent Hart Energy videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking here.